Hello, thank you for joining me today. My name is Loretta Chalk, and I've worked in this field for 20 years and served in every role there is within a child care center. I'm thrilled and excited to have the honor of interviewing Julie Bartkus today. She's a renowned child care business success mentor, coach, motivational speaker, and author. She's founded the Child Care Business Success as well as the Child Care Program of Excellence. She helps child care centers achieve levels of success that they'd only previously dreamed about. For example, Mary achieved 36 enrollments in 3 weeks, and Katie cultivated a positive workplace environment in less than 2 months. I know that there are many of you out there who are struggling with enrollment, staffing, and other challenges, and you want to achieve this level of success. Well, look no further. Julie holds the key to your success, and today we're going to answer some of those burning questions that you have. Why don't we dive right in? Julie, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for the great introduction.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for taking some time to answer questions today.
You're welcome.
In 2013, you launched the annual Child Care Business Success Conference. What was the inspiration for this event?
So the inspiration behind the event was to really wrap our arms around childcare owners and childcare directors who need support in creating their dreamy childcare businesses. And I use the word dreamy a lot, but really in having motivated staff, in having full enrollments, building that waiting list, and having the profits that you desire and deserve for your business. So it was really a way to wrap our arms around childcare owners and directors and say, you know what? There is support here for you, and let's filter that into an event. And I've been speaking, Loretta, for over 17 years in the industry, and you'll find me at like all different kinds of conferences. And every time I went to a conference or an event, there was not a lot of focus on the pure business side of things. And that's what we do at our event. We are about the business side of things. And that includes many different components. But it's not, about what puppets do you want to have in your childcare program. It's about how do you have motivated staff? How do you fill enrollments? How do you build your waiting list? How do you have the profits?
Well, I know I'm excited to be attending this event. So when I leave, what's my big takeaway from this specific 3-day event?
Well, I love to tell everybody that you're going to come into the conference feeling one way, and you're going to leave an entirely different way. So you're going to have a transference of feeling. You're going to be reinvigorated with your vision. That's going to be the hugest thing, is knowing what are the specific steps that you personally need to take to get to the level of where you want to grow. So there's going to be a lot of really getting dreamy with our visions. What do we want? So a lot of energy building that you could take back with you, but then there's concrete strategy so that you've got your next 3 to 5 steps laid out for you so that you know exactly what you need to do, what you need to implement to get to where you want to grow.
Mm-hmm. Well, putting myself in the place of an owner or administrator, I really want to come, but there are roadblocks, whether that is a budgetary or a staffing challenge. How do I overcome these roadblocks that are keeping me from attending the conference right now?
One of the things that you've really got to do is make a decision. And when you make a decision for what you want in life, the how-to is going to show up. A lot of times we want to put the how-to before we even make a decision. How will we do that? And then we'll decide. It's similar to having a baby, Loretta. It's like when timing is right and everything is right, then we'll do this, then we'll have a baby. But success is inconvenient. And many people who achieve great levels of success, our clients who went from 200,000 to over a million or a million to multi-millions, they know that success is not convenient. So you really got to make a decision and ask yourself, what's going to support my dreamy vision? And in 1 year from now, do I want to be in a worse place than I'm at currently with whatever challenges I'm facing, or do I want to be propelled to an entirely different level of existence? And you talk about takeaway, that's going to be one of your huge takeaways, is that you're going to be really propelled into action to get to a whole new place.
Well, I've seen some of the videos with the owners and administrators you've worked with, and their results are incredible. We mentioned Mary and Katie at the beginning. Can you describe the process you use to achieve these results?
Sure. We have a childcare business success model that we incorporate into our teaching and into my personal coaching with our clients. And the childcare business success model is something that I developed after working in this industry for over 17 years now. of a way to guide our childcare owners to evaluate what's the next best step that I need to take to get me to where I want to grow. And when I say grow, it doesn't mean that you're just starting out in business. You know, we have people coming to the conference who've been in the industry for 50 years, like Dana, who's coming in from California. And he's like, Julie, you are meat and potatoes. And he's like, I don't go to these things because I don't learn anything new. He says, but when I heard you speak, I learned something. So him and his daughter are coming out, and several other folks from California. But the childcare business success model is really this series, and this is how I think about it, as a series of interdependent rings. And the center ring has to be the strongest because it's the foundational piece for all the other rings that are dependent upon it. So the center ring starts off with your vision, and your vision is supported by your mindset, which is the next ring. And then your mindset is supported by your people, and your people are supported by the processes. And then you've got your program and your profits. But what happens once we get into the daily routine of running our childcare businesses, we really forget the importance of that critical piece, which is the vision. So a lot of times we're like, yes, Julie, I have a vision. It's thumbtacked to the wall. It's taped over here. But they're not living in the vision. They're not feeling the vision. So what we do is help you really come alive in that vision, and then help you have the right mindset to support your vision and to put into place the right people, which includes your staff as well as your Dreamy clients. Because it's not just let's get Dreamy staff to support whoever wants to come and enroll here. It's like, let's attract and let's have and let's find our Dreamy clients as well as our Dreamy staff. So that's really what we do. We look at this interrelated circle of rings and say, okay, where's your starting point? Where's your strengths? And where do you need to build it so that you can get a whole different set of results happening?
With this success model, from, again, that owner-administrator point of view and perspective, when they have certain pieces already in place, how are you individualizing to get every piece of that puzzle in place?
Well, I think it comes down to the owner knowing where they're stuck, knowing what is their pain. So sometimes, you could come to the conference and say, oh, we just want to learn stuff. And that's great. Then you'll just learn stuff. But it's really to think about the question, or the answer to the question, what do I really want? What do I really want now? What do I want in 6 months? What do I want in a year? And to think about that and then ask yourself, what's the missing piece? And then when they say, Julie, this is what I really want, we help them figure that out too. So if they're like, I don't know what I want. We'll help you really figure out what do you want, and then we'll figure out what's the missing piece. So then we'll look at the business model and say, okay, and for a lot of people, it really does stem down to that vision. Because when that vision is not strong and that vision is sometimes not even existent in the way that it needs to be, everything else collapses. Your mindset, your people, it all falls flat. And everybody's like, oh, I'm doing so much, but there's something missing. It's typically that piece. But we do help them evaluate that at the event. And that's where they'll be able to really get a good understanding of where do I need to start? And what are my next 3 to 5 action items for my growth?
Well, one of the things that sets you apart from other childcare business success consultants is your focus on relationship building. Talk to me a little bit about how you build those relationships and then mentor owners and administrators through this process of achieving childcare business success.
Well, when you say relationships, my face lights up because I love relationships. And I think it is really an art that we've forgotten about and how powerful relationships are. And I think with relationships, everything is easy. Without them, everything becomes really hard. So what we teach our audiences and our clients is how to build relationships with what we call circles of influence in their community so that everything can become easier. But it's kind of like I wrote an article on LinkedIn where we talk about filling your enrollments one granule of sand at a time. I mean, how many of you would want to sit there and just plop one in and say, oh, got one parent, oh, got another one, got another one. What we want to do is take a whole big bag full of sand and dump it in and say, oh, 5 bags of sand, enrollment done, right? But a lot of times we're just flecking it in one speck at a time. So with relationships, we have the opportunity to leverage those so that when we've got a few openings, we can make a phone call and say, hey, you know what? I've got a few openings. Do you know anybody who'd like to be one of the lucky ones to grab one of those spots? So relationships are really key with what we teach and to market from an authentic and genuine place. So I think they're critical.
Well, I'm sold. I'm ready to rock my childcare. Thank you so very much, Julie, for spending time with me, answering some of these burning questions. And register now, rockmychildcare.com, and you can join us at the Childcare Business Success Conference. And I guarantee that you will come away motivated to achieve success at levels that you've never seen before.
I can't wait. See you there.
Thank you. See you later.